today's video, it's going to be all about rocks. So I got a chance to go up to a friend of mine's place, and he has a nice big rock saw. We sliced up a bunch of this gold ore. So I want to go through the gold ore. I want to take a look at it with a microscope, see if we can find any free gold, talk about some of the minerals in them. And then later in the video, I got another couple big announcements I want to share with you guys. But first, let's take a look at our rocks. All the white is quartz from the quartz vein. And when they get cut and polished like this, you can really get a good idea of the minerals that are in here. And this gray stuff is pyrite. There may be a few pieces of gold right up here. When we get the microscope out, we can take a look. But a lot of times in this ore, the gold will be associated right on the edge of the pyrite like that. And so this really helps by being able to see where the gold is, what minerals it's associated with, and gives you a lot of information on how to identify it out in the field. In the field, it looks like that. It's really hard to identify anything like that. Even when you break it on a fresh surface, it's still pretty hard to see anything. But once you get it nice and cut and polished like this, you can really get a good idea what's going on. So here, looking at this rock, we'll zoom in here, but there's some really nice small little flecks right there, there. There's some even back over, oops, right here. But right in through that zone, there's some really nice free gold you can see. Here's that pyrite. That's that gray, kind of metallic, I don't know what to call it. It's just dull gray. But I think this is a different mineral right here. It's much shinier, white almost on the polished surface. And then you're getting the gold associated with that white shiny mineral. Versus in this one, this is that dull gray. So that is really interesting and a really nice showing of gold right there. That's pretty cool. Here's a little microscope I'm going to be using, and I'm going to try something different. This clips right onto my camera on my phone, and it's supposed to zoom in 200 times. So we'll give this a try, and if it works great, I'll leave you a link in the description so you can check it out. Oh, there's gold. Look at that. There's a bunch of gold. Unfortunately, I can't point to anything, but right there in the middle of the screen is a bunch of gold associated with that white sulfide. Oh, and there's a bunch of gold. Look at all that gold. A little streak there. There's some more gold. Wow, this works really well, actually. That's cool. So there, see, I think it's focused. There's our gold on this big slab. Here's another one we found some gold on. There's some right there. I'm hoping as I bring the camera across, you can see the yellow come out. There's some right up here in the corner, some right here. There's that spot down there again flashing. There's some over here. This thing is really just loaded with gold. And like you say, when they're cut, you can see them. But when it's not cut, it's really hard to identify any small little pieces of gold that would be on here. So it's really cool being able to take these raw gold ore pieces, cut them, polish them, and then be able to see that gold in the sunlight, reflected in the sunlight. And a lot of you guys have been asking over the years if you could buy samples from me. I want to put these two samples up for sale. I'm going to put them up on eBay. You can find the link in the description. So if you're interested in either of these samples, click the link below. Well, now I'm all excited about getting you guys gold specimens, and I have 8 pieces laid out here I want to take a look at. These are from that trip I took down to Nevada with Jeff Williams, where we went into a super high-grade underground gold mine, and we chipped these off the wall. Look at that big chunk of gold sticking out there. Actually, a bunch of little pieces as well. But there's a nice big piece of gold on that one. It's kind of spongy. Here's another one. I really like this one. It's in a vug down there with the quartz crystals. But look at that, just dendritic, natural gold there. And I think I'm going to be in the same boat with this one. A lot of you guys in that video came out, you wanted to buy some of these samples. Well, now's your chance. This one's really cool. Really fragile, but look at all that gold there on the tip of that one. I think we'll list these on eBay as well. And we'll call these Jeff Williams sample 1 through 8. So it's a double. You get gold from Mount Baker Mining and Metals that came from Jeff Williams. But these are really, really cool. And there again, we'll leave links in the description below. Well, let's look at a few of these Jeff Williams samples here. Ooh, look at that gold. Whoa, that is cool. Crystalline gold there in that little vug. Look at that. Look at that gold sticking out of there. Wow, that is impressive. Again, this is a vug, a little pocket in the quartz vein, and this is where all this gold came out of solution and grew these gold crystals. If I can get it. Yeah, there we go. Look at that, just a whole cave full of gold. Very cool. Nevada gold from Jeff Williams.